What is up, amigos? I just thought I would do a reaction to the latest SmashJT video because I haven't really watched it. So we'll try to do that today, and hopefully, he's been on the right track, is what people are saying. And so basically, how this started was Darius said he's starting to feel bad for him. LOL. He said that in the chat of Kermit Tony TGD today. So I thought, well, I should look at it, and I just looked at it for a minute just to make sure the Smash wasn't trolling, that it wasn't a John Riggs style video. So we'll get started with that in just a second. Let people roll in, and hopefully we can get. Hey, Dean TV, man, what's up, man?
You got a problem you just can't hide. Compulsive habits that never seem to die. Your breath is taking a palm in. Your teeth are rotting to black holes in your head. Realities do what you say just can't be true. When the story is such so far-fetched and lacking an excuse, you like. Your mother lied you just one white lie, but now she's dead and she left you with the problem. Pinocchio has pierced your turn. Your nose is going into the contradiction. What realities do? What you say just can't be true. When the story is such and so far-fetched and lacking an excuse, you lie. Get out.
What's going on, guys? That was Green Day with "You Lied." It doesn't sound so good, Good co-op retro game to you? To play with kids or to play with adults? Depends. With the kids, sometimes we play retro, like arcade beat 'em ups, because you got the infinite lives, and then the little kids don't feel bad. So that's the thing. I got little kids, so if you guys have probably seen, I got like sometimes I had toys in my videos. I'm making fun of them. I got little kids. Yeah, I smoke weed, but it's legal in my state, and I do it at nighttime when the kids go to bed. It's legal for recreation, but I will admit I got some back problems and other crap. I don't want to be taking a bunch of pills all the time, wreck my liver. What's up, guys? Anyone want to come on to the stream? Come on, join in here. Play with the kid that's 9. 9? Oh, I always liked Smash TV, like SmashJT. I was into Smash TV when I was 9, but Bad Dudes, yeah, yeah, can be hard with some kind of games like that. Co-op though, retro co-op, Sunset Riders maybe. That's pretty good. Maybe try that one. Sunset Riders, like Ninja Turtles, those kind of things might be better than that. So I was gonna do the react to SmashJT. So basically, Darius was in Kermit's stream, and he was Darius said he's down to come on this stream, which is cool. The problem is, yeah, like I do this stuff at night because I got the kids, and then I'm West Coast, so it's like real late at night for everyone else. And like Darius is a stoner, so he's like, he's gonna go to sleep, man. So what we do when we're stoners, we go to sleep. So, um, my shit doesn't go past midnight here usually either. So it's one of those things. Sunset Riders, yeah, Sunset Riders. You got Genesis, SNES. Genesis is the weak one, but it's still good. If you go with the arcade version, you got the Infinite Lives thing. Yeah, he's asleep. I mean, that's what it is. So, but he was saying, he was joking, but he was serious. Like, I think he's starting to feel bad for SmashJT, so I wanted to watch the latest one, and I'm just gonna do it Darius style, where I got my phone here, and hopefully you can just pick up the audio from the phone, and we can just do it that way. But we'll try. And if anyone wants to jump on the stream, link is in the chat. Dean TV or anyone else. But let's try to do this. Because hopefully we can say that Smash TV is like, turning his life around and figuring out some Amico stuff. That'd be good, man. I don't want to hate Smash. I don't want to hate on SmashJT. Don't hate him. I'm sure he's a cool dude, but I don't want to rag on him. I want more anti-Amico people, So SmashJT with the Intellivision Amico situation is getting absurd. It says. We'll see. Got an ad first. What is this game? Oh, there's some Raid Shadow Legends.
Let's get into this ridiculousness that is the Intellivision Amico situation. Now, if you watch my last few videos, I've kind of been having an epiphany, if you will, on the reality of the situation. And I've avoided speaking badly about the employees there and the company in general because I've been there multiple times. I've met them multiple times. John Alvarado, amazing human being, very talented, well-versed in the video game industry.
So right away he's doing the right thing, which is he's like, these guys are my friends and they're talented and I'm not trying to hate on them, and they let me go over to their place, which is, that's what you should do. That's big respect. Yeah. Big respect for SmashJT, and SmashJT has given his big respects to Alvarado and the guys over there for being gracious to him, which is cool. That's the right thing to do.
And I don't think I've met anyone that would have a bad thing to say about him. And my experience with Tommy Tallarico was fantastic initially, and we've had a friendship.
See, that's kind of cool the way you said it. It was like initially. So I wonder. I don't know. By the way, this is always a speculation and comedy podcast. I wonder if he's just stopped returning his calls, or he's gone sour on him, or we'll let him see if he explains.
About this entire ordeal, until now, I don't know. I don't know where I'm at with him. I don't. After this video, probably not going to be.
SmashJT is just throwing his hands on his head when he says that, and sort of adjusting his Intellivision Running Man baseball cap. He looks kind of stressed, and it's not. He's not in the hot tub this time. He's not chilling. He's not relaxed. He's a very stressed JT, wearing a Nintendo Super Mario Brothers 2 shirt that it's like the one that everyone talked crap on, where it was all the coins. The new Super Mario Brothers 2. I liked it, but yeah. So.
Be in a good place, but at the same time, I was actually on the phone with my brother talking about this, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to handle this, because on one hand, I want to talk about what the reality is and my frustrations and all that. And on the other hand, I'm just like, I could just let it go, but then I'd be doing a disservice to my audience and not fulfilling what I set out to do in the first place, which is keep you guys informed on the stuff that
I don't know about that. Maybe. I think you're just riding the wave. Like the Amico Pro Amico thing is crested, and everyone's coming down on it. maybe it's true, but on the other hand, maybe JT is just saying this, because who's gonna be on his side anymore? So who knows?
Care about, and if I start ignoring that because of friendships that I've had and bonds that I've made, then what kind of integrity do I have as a human being in the first place? Which is a funny word to throw around YouTubers, because the more I'm on the platform, the more hypocrisy and lack of integrity I see from popular YouTubers. But
well, I mean, guys, you've ever heard the expression when people say someone's like a TV phony? You're a TV phony. Yeah, I mean, like, that's what YouTube is. There's a lot of guys with a shitload of lights and like a shitload of cameras and angles and powder on their face. It's a little bit, something you can't expect walking to YouTube and think everyone's gonna be chilling. Yo, Extra Sanderson, you're welcome. You're invited on the podcast. Anyone who's in the chat can come in and join. But I was saying, JT's really. Here we go.
that is what it is. Like, I can only control what I can control within myself. So
like we're talking like crisis of faith shit here. Like I don't know if he calls his brother all the time or that's just like when it's deep shit, but like he called his brother and he's like, I don't know, am I lying to my audience at this point if I don't talk about this? So he's sitting in, I've never seen him in his editing room, and he's wearing this Nintendo shirt, and yeah, he's still got his Intellivision hat on, but he's not wearing Amico gear. So
with that out of the way, news broke late last night that Phil Adam, the new CEO of the Intellivision Corporation,
Dean TV is here,
was a former board member.
How's it going?
For the Coleco Chameleon.
Coleco Chameleon. He said Coleco Chameleon, not Kamiko Chameleon, Dean.
Coleco Chameleon.
For the Coleco Chameleon, that was Phil Adam was involved with that. So now JT has finally figured it out. Now people have said this was said a while ago. I don't know who said it, but Dean, I like your Al Bundy shirt.
Oh, I'm wearing it just because Saggy Melons loves it.
Oh, good.
Hey,
good.
Saggy.
Al Bundy's a good, hilarious character from back in the day, right?
Right.
Let's listen to some more JT for a second. Just you can react.
He was VP of Business Development. So there is a chance that he did not know that the Coleco Chameleon was straight up vaporware. There is a chance that he was just doing his work and doing it the best he could, and the whole thing just turned out to be a complete fraud from the get-go. There's a chance. But when you find out that tidbit of information after
right. Go ahead, JT.
Poor decision after poor decision is the nice way to put it.
Falterings, yeah.
Some people are insinuating that the Intellivision company is not on the up and up.
All right, so thoughts, Dean.
The Intellivision company is not on the up and up?
Not quite.
Oh, SmashJT, where have you been?
Well, he played it. I don't know if I thought maybe he played it without the controller and he played with his phone, but maybe he got to play with the controller later at the event. But he's been at the events. He's been playing the Amico, but
He was at the Crayola event?
no, I think he's in California, so I think he might have been in the Irvine event. But he also toured the offices. Maybe he didn't go to that event and he toured the offices all the time.
I thought Tommy brought it over and everything, and like they played at his house or something.
Yeah, I'm kind of a shitty Amico historian. If Tony or somebody else
Me
knew,
too.
but that's why I say this is just a speculation and comedy podcast. But reality, but he didn't know really that Phil Adam was on the Coleco Chameleon. And I believe other people knew before this week. There were other people that had said this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And really that it's Phil Adam was the president. So maybe he knew, and I guess it's that when Phil Adam became the president, it really starts shining through. And so, let's do him again. Your face says it all, Dean.
I still don't feel like it's a scam company because, like I said, I've been there, I've met these people, and I genuinely believe they set out with the best intentions when they started this project.
No, I mean, he went there and he saw, oh, sorry. Holy Lord. So he went there and he saw the facilities, but I'm not sure. We tried to tell him that those were the facilities that Nick Richards already owned, and that he was basically getting Intellivision to foot the bill on those facilities. So they were like paying the rent with, and it was he was also keeping his cars there. What's up, Extra Sanderson? You're in the house.
What's going on?
Yeah, he was keeping a whole bunch of shit there. He was keeping
and
like
Tommy's
his boat
toys.
there. Everything there. It was just like a storage building for Tommy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was used cars, and they were paying Nick rent for it. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like SmashJT was like, oh, it was a real place. It exists. That's enough. No, and they got toys there, and they got games there, and it's like, yeah, but this thing's like kind of an old cell phone. Like, of course it could exist. Like, Extra Sanderson, you gonna weigh in?
What's up? Oh, I don't know. I didn't even watch the SmashJT.
Okay, well, we're only a couple minutes into it.
Yeah,
we're only
yeah,
a couple
yeah.
minutes into it. We're 3 minutes out of 16 minutes into it. If you want to hear a little bit and let us
Cool,
know what
dude.
you think.
How's it going, Extra
Oh, hey,
Sanderson?
nice to meet you, DTV.
All right.
Yeah, your videos have been on
Nice
fire,
beard,
Extra
dude.
Sanderson. The Amico calling the GameStop. If you guys haven't watched Extra Sanderson calling the GameStops in his state where he's allowed to record them one-sided,
Hey,
is
Canada,
hilarious.
you can too. So that's why I called
Which
Canada.
one can?
Canada can too.
Oh,
so
okay,
that's
okay.
why I called
Canada, that'd be a
Canada.
good one for
Our
you.
friends over there who knew
So
the
heads
most.
up, Darius or anyone else that's in Canada.
But with that being said, Phil Adam being selected as the new CEO of Intellivision, it's just a really bad look. I've had a lot of people on Twitter and in my comment section on YouTube hitting me up about this information, asking for what I think about it.
Oh, I got an ad. Sorry.
Those
Yeah,
ads.
Darius Struction style stream, but see, I should have saved it off. Hold on.
When I first found out, I just looked up. I was on my phone on Twitter. I just looked up. I'm just like, really? Of all the people that could be involved with all the projects in the world, you got Phil Adam, who worked on the Coleco Chameleon,
Oh.
a vaporware scam product that stole money from thousands of people excited about a new game console that ended up being, what was it, a video board that just replayed games inside of it? Like,
All right, let's give. Thank you, JT. Let's give a round of applause, to JT. He could have just ignored it. He could have lied. He's saying it, and good on you, JT. Thoughts, guys?
Well, no shit. You should have. The warning sign is there, JT. Coleco Chameleon. My gosh. This is a bad omen right here.
I think he's going to put the squeeze on the company, and we're going to get these Fire mobile games now.
Yeah.
Breakout on mobile.
So the rabbit dude says Darius should watch this video. Darius told me about this video, and he would probably be here, but he just goes to sleep. You know, it's like midnight where he is, and he's like stoned. And he's I don't go on early because I don't get stoned till nighttime. So it's just how it goes. But Smash trying to say what little reputation he has left. Yeah, I mean that's another way of looking at it. That
Does he
Smash
have
is
any?
just
Is it good
I mean,
reputation?
he's running ads, so he's got somebody watching, right?
Oh, Lord.
I don't know. He's always wanted. Seems like he's always wanted to do well on YouTube, and he'll change his stripes as he needs to. But who knows? That's all speculative.
video board, the guts of it were like the internal or Super Nintendo guts or whatever it was. It wasn't anything original, but they made a fake product because it was required to have that on Kickstarter for them to be able to go forward with the crowdfunding. And in my previous videos, I told you guys that while I still believe in this company and I still believe in the people working there, that was before I found out that Tommy put a guy that was on the board of the Coleco Chameleon in charge of the Intellivision Amico.
And JT is just like physically looks stressed in this video, Sanderson. He's not in the hot tub. He's in front of his editing computer, and he just is, just coming to grips with reality in this. It's
Oh yeah, just like he's like, I gotta fire up the camera and just make this right now, huh?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm feeling it.
Pure emotion. Yeah. It's a pure emotive state.
From a certain light, it's actually hysterical. And
you're telling us, man. Like we've been trying to wake you up to that one for a while, JT. It's pretty fucking hysterical. Like it's the guy from the Coleco Chameleon. Like how did you think this was gonna end? Because a lot of us would have thought some shit like this.
So unbelievable. It's so ridiculous that it's just like you can't make this shit up. How? Of all the people to put in charge of this, do you select someone who was caught on the board of a vaporware product stealing money from people?
I mean, it could have been Mike Kennedy, right? It could have been the like illegal Chameleon guy. It could have been worse. Technically, there's like maybe
this
one.
This should have already been figured out. How did we?
Oh, sorry.
Now
I missed the part.
I know. Here's the thing too.
Oh shit! I fucking got the wrong spot now.
It's just.
This is why I gotta do this on a video.
You can't make this shit
Here we
up.
go. This is about where we were.
How? Of all the people to put in charge of this, do you select someone who was caught on the board of a vaporware product stealing money from people? Again, I'm not insinuating Phil knew all of this. He might have not known anything about it and just been caught in the crossfire of a company that was super shady with Mike Kennedy at the helm, not telling anybody about the real shenanigans going on. But I find that very hard to believe.
But yeah, it's like, you know, even if that's true, of all the people you could hire, that's the best you can do. It's kind of like the games. You're like, that's the best racing game you could get. This Care Bear cards thing, like that's the best you could do. Like
Care Bear cards is legit, bro.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
It's literally like the commercial for the Care Bear cards is like, and you're a dad, you'll understand this on Dean TV. It's like it shows the iPhone game where you're washing the car with like soap suds, and then you get a little like water, and you wash the car up with water.
Candy, but you can't put it up to the mouth of the Care Bear; it just disappears. Like
yeah, it's like that shit. It's like you're watching these like. You know, it's
this
like a touchscreen bubble game.
You'll see.
It's very intense. Okay, well, so you like Candle Spirit? I don't know. I haven't watched the rest of this video, so we got to see.
Because if you're on the board, you know what's going into the console. You know what's happening. You're kept abreast of the information all the time. So I find it really hard to believe that you're high up at a company and don't know that it's a scam, a sham, a fraud. So, I don't know anymore.
It's like one or the other. It's either you know it's a fraud or you're so incompetent, like you don't really know what the product is. You could be like, you know, that means you're super out of touch. Like you should kind of know what the product is a little better if it's a Super Nintendo or it's something that it isn't supposed to be. And I don't know the full Coleco Chameleon story, but it was this crazy shit with this guy named Mr. Lee. It was just bonkers. Yeah. What if Tommy was a patsy the whole time and they played him? Thoughts? I mean, I've thought of that too. I mean, because Tommy's excitement, right? Like that excitement level, it's something that could be bottled and sort of like used. And Tommy's sort of spin and propaganda is like, if you were doing something nefarious, you could take a guy like Tommy and use him. It's like sort of the Tom Cruise thing. Like Tom Cruise isn't like willingly luring all these people into something bad, you know? What do you guys think?
I'm just watching this video while you talk, dude.
No, I don't know, man.
This guy has the Intellivision Amico hat on and is like,
yeah, he's like grabbing his hat.
It says dumb, or well, it should say dumb, but it says done, and you got this hat on.
Yeah,
like,
and he keeps grabbing the hat and like almost taking it off in the video.
Oh my gosh.
This,
I don't know.
This
I don't know. I
ruined
feel
my reputation.
the business.
Whatever
Okay.
reputation I had.
Okay. Let's listen to that quote. I think that must have been what set Darius off. Because if you listen, he just literally says, "This ruined my reputation." So, people like me are partially to blame for that, but here we go.
You know what's happening. You're kept abreast of the information all the time. So I find it really hard to believe that you're high up in a company and don't know that it's a scam, a sham, a fraud. So I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know. I'm at the point right now where I'm just like, this ruined my reputation, whatever reputation I had, because I was so on board with this project after playing it. But then hearing Phil Adam was working on the team, one of the heads of the Coleco Chameleon, it throws everything into question. What have I been playing? What is inside the Intellivision Amico?
We told you, dude. It's a phone. Like, it's a 2016 cell phone. It was like some people say it was an orange pie. Now, is that you, Tommy Zero? Is that who the Zero shill is?
Hey, I'm here to shill for the Zero.
Oh, hey. Oh, you're a Zero fanatic. Good to see you.
I'm here to invite all the Amico shills on board to the Zero train.
I think that's a wise decision. People should be doing that. Now, JT has, as he said these words, grabbed his Intellivision baseball cap and almost pulled it off of his head, is wildly putting his hands on his head, his hands in the air. And I can see how people could feel bad for him about this, but it's not like he wasn't warned. He smarmily told us all we were fucking crazy and jackasses and it was real and all this shit. And Pat and Ian at first were pretty kind, like, and didn't even name drop. They were just like, if you guys are promoting this thing, you're going to be sorry one day. You might ruin your reputation. You're doing this for, a few thousand more followers. But I feel like they were adequately warned to some degree,
I don't know. Is it bad to ask questions? Because that's what I'm doing now. I'm asking questions. And if the Intellivision Amico team
Hold on.
Yes, Dean.
Asking questions. What kind of games are we going to play?
Yeah.
Come on.
He was, he was in Pee-wee's Playhouse, man. He was just digging it, like.
This dude wasn't asking no spec questions. He wasn't asking when it's going to come out, official release date. He was asking, what kind of games are we going to play?
Come on now, let's not be too hard on Smash. At least he's got the balls to come out and say this shit before the others.
Well, at least he has the balls to come out. But at the same time, people were warning this guy for a long time. And he
but
just
you got to
now
remember, he's got the most invested. He had a real reason to stay on board. Those other guys don't have as big of a reason.
He is the reason why he messed up.
That's true. Now, you had other people like Sudesh who were in it for $600,000 or more, but they really got guaranteed loans on the money coming back.
No, but I'm saying Smash had $10K in this thing.
Smash knows he's not getting his money back because he's on I think the Fundable, or he's on one of them. Fig, I don't remember. I think Fig, Republic. But he's on a $10,000 thing where they have to jump through so many hoops, and it doesn't make money unless so many things happen. I think he's very much, people have adequately explained, and people have documented where the numbers that they'd have to get is, I don't know exactly because I'm a bad Amico historian, but I think it's not going well.
Mad at me for saying this? I'm sorry, but I'm just at the point right now where I'm just like, this is unbelievable. How? Tommy could have put me as the CEO, and it would have made way more sense. and that's funny. Because
no way. The games would cost $50 if he was CEO.
Yeah. We were saying Darius Truxton would have done it from his house, and they would have been better off. He could have just called him every day, like, "What do you think we should do?" He'd be like, "No, you're an idiot. Don't do that." That would have been enough.
Yeah, that would have been enough.
Darius would have a company meeting with his amiibos.
He might have.
No.
The amiibos meet the amicos.
game company with my prior history and my resume wouldn't make that much sense. But it would still make more sense than putting someone who is on a fraud organization at the top of your company.
Yeah, you think so? Well, that's the thing, though. We tried to tell you that the people he had investing for him publicly were like enamored in fraud too. Like Neil Patel allegedly stealing $8 million before any of this shit from other companies, and there were other people that were a little bit shyster all around the rim of this thing. So we've been trying to say that, like, even some of your friends have been, being a little bit shady in what they show and don't show. And so like, it's good that he's drawing the line here, but again, it's also like, I told you so.
I don't know though, because like, to me, this is not the nail in the coffin. There are other things that are going on. So it's weird that like he's like,
so gaming focused. Like all he thinks about is video games. That he's just like, oh fuck, it was a video game scam. I get it now. Like, okay, finally. Like we've been trying to tell you, the financials are fucked up.
I feel like maybe there's something else because what? Like to me, it's like nah, it's whatever.
This isn't the smoking gun to you.
This isn't. I don't know. There's either something else or he's just like, oh, I'm out of time.
It's
like this thing
really
ain't over yet, man.
Yeah, and I've been saying even if Phil Adam was totally on the fucking up and up and he was like great and everything, your product is still fucking like not really what people are looking for, and the amount of people that are going to be willing to buy it is not 3 billion or whatever the fuck they're saying it is.
3 billion.
I think it's like 3 billion worldwide gamers, and then we've said it before. They don't explain that doesn't include the like people that don't own TVs. Like people don't own TVs, right? So they're counting everyone who plays cell phone video games as a potential Amico customer. But then again, it's like, look at the fucking Switch. The Switch is just a big fucking cell phone. So wouldn't that be more appealing to a cell phone person than this thing?
3 billion is nothing. I'm here to say the zero potential market is upwards of 6 billion.
6 billion. Now, when you get the zero, do you get pack-ins?
Yes.
Oh, good.
I cannot reveal what the pack-ins are yet, though.
Oh, man. Now, if JT backs a zero, will you guys lie to him, or?
Just for the record, I'm not Tommy Zero. I'm
I
just
know,
a zero shill.
I know, but it's like Saggy Melons. You just got to make up shit on the spot and pretend like you know what the fuck what they would say. Like maybe Tommy Zero's gonna give you a free game on your birthday. You just make shit up. So.
No, there will be no free birthday game on the Zero. I can almost guarantee that.
Yeah, you can't
get
be
a free
realistic.
game every leap day.
Yeah, you just gotta
You can, however, use your own controllers on the Zero.
Thank goodness. Thank freaking goodness. Because I was going to use my phone. That's usually what I use to play video games on my TV. Because that makes a lot of fucking sense.
Oh my gosh. Ugh.
So it's really hard to talk about this situation and
not laugh.
Be frustrated. I've talked to Phil a bunch of times. And never once.
About what? About what, dude? It's because you were like, are you done with level 6 of Finnegan Fox yet? Is the snow there? It's like you were fucking asking him, dude. Like,
because if I did, I definitely would have spoken up. So it's probably a good idea that they hid that. But now that it's out there, it's out there. And you pile this on top of now a fourth crowdfunding campaign. You pile it on top of crazy loans that they've signed that, God, I hate to agree with Pat and Ian here, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
It cuts them off at the kneecaps.
We were saying that too, JT. Like, we all said that. Like, we hate to agree with Pat and Ian. They're just kind of smarmy jackasses sometimes, but you know what? They're damn right. And this thing looks like a fucking scam from head to toe. Maybe they know more people that know more shit about gaming than you, JT. Did you ever think and consider that they might have better inside sources than you because you're just going directly to Tommy, who's been like a noted bullshitter for decades?
Today is a very lucky day for SmashJT because he came out and said what he needed to say before some of them other guys.
That's who you fucking are. You're lucky. Oh.
Today's a lucky day for
You're
Smash
such a
JT.
mysterious. You're such the mysterious one, Lucky. You're just a weird. You're a fucking weird guy.
Hey, what's
I
up,
love you
dude?
though.
Aren't we all weird? What's up, Sanderson?
Yeah.
What's up, Gene?
Yeah, we love you though, man. We are all weird, and we're all, at least I am, admittedly obsessed with the Amico and SmashJT in general.
Hey,
now.
this thing ain't over, man. They're gonna find a way to get those consoles out. This thing's gonna go on for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
So
I have
what
a
we
feeling it's
heard
gonna be like that
was
too.
okay. So what we heard was they're gonna basically make some consoles in America. So that's kind of fucked up because it costs them a lot to make them in America, but you got to do it because when you make stuff, I believe I might be talking out of my ass here. I believe when you make stuff overseas, you got to make a lot more of it. And so basically, they're running a sort of a short run, trying to get a few thousand of them made in USA, the ones that Tommy claimed he would sign. And I think that was always kind of a plan, but they're going to eat it. So the problem is, if you are a founder or a VIP or whatever the fuck it is, you're hurting the company with your order because they're going to cost so much to make them. They're going to cost like, I don't know, $300 something fucking dollars. Like they're losing money on them. And then if the online store's not open, there's not like a lot of games to buy. So
Here's the thing about that, though. The founders are going to buy every single digital game they can buy to support this company.
Okay, so we heard that the back end might cost like 1.7 million to get done. So they might get it as a plug and play, is what we've sort of surmised. And maybe wrong, but it looks like I might be wrong, but it looks like the getting the store and everything going in the leaderboards and all that stuff is like a whole project that they don't have.
Well, maybe they can find some other way to sell those games. You download them off the internet, put them on a USB thumb drive, and stick it in that console.
They're not gonna make enough money doing that theoretically, I would think. But maybe, I mean, that would just maybe.
I think there is an SD card port in the back. I saw one.
Then all the games are free.
Knows?
That means all the games are free, like a Wii. Well, here's what I was thinking. We can finish up JT's thing, so let's listen.
It literally, it makes it not viable for your product. Giving $100 away on every sale. That's the kind of loan that someone would sign that doesn't intend to ever make a console.
So as he's talking about I think his name is Sudesh Arguwal, which is the guy from
Which is your boy,
India.
Tommy O.
What's up?
He's your boy.
He's my boy. Yeah, he's cool because he figured out a way to trick these guys and getting his money. I mean, the problem is that's sort of the thing that's kind of why they might do the Made in USA. They'll please the founders, and that will be enough or almost enough to pay off this Sudesh guy. So that will give them a clean slate when they go into production or fold. They'll give us a clean slate with that guy, and maybe Tommy can still be cool with that dude. Because at least he has to try, or I wonder even if maybe if he doesn't try to do more crowdfunding, or at least attempt to, maybe Sudesh can then sue him, or who knows, is possibly a lot of things that could happen. Who knows?
I think the Amico controllers have to be work on the Zero, don't they?
That's what the question he said. Yeah, I don't know. On the Zero, I mean,
if you got Amico controllers, I think they have to work on the Zero.
The Zero just sounded like a fucking computer, right? So
Zero is completely backward compatible and future proof.
Yeah,
I think is it FPGA too? I think it is.
I think it's FPGA. I think it's reverse engineered.
Something, man.
Even better than FPGA.
That's the kind of loan that someone would sign just to get a ton of money to cover overhead. That's a sketchy loan. And I think something I've learned from this entire ordeal is I made the cardinal sin, the mistake of trusting and being friends with someone, or at least thinking I was friends with someone that wouldn't be shady with me.
I mean, that's not something you can usually tell when you're hanging at their house playing with their toys. That's the kind of thing you tell when people like, show you things. They're like, hey, did you notice that he lied about this? Did you notice that he said he went to the Aladdin premiere, but the premiere came before they started working on the game, and like he wasn't attached to the series? Like, did you know that he said, all these negative things about Nintendo games, gave them scores of 2.5s, and then when he wanted to appear like he was close to them, changed his mind and said he never did that? Like, people have been pointing out this guy's dishonesty for a while in a lot of different ways. And you can't just... He really just... It's there. It exists. So it's real, But even then, even this shit, it's like we've been saying, hey, Ninja Kitty... anyone can come in the stream if they want. We've been saying, it doesn't seem viable in any
Ninja
way.
Kitty.
Ninja rap.
But Tommy, I mean, come on, man.
Dude.
Come on, like you're putting me in an impossible position right now.
He's looking right at the camera. He's talking directly to Tommy.
Hey, what minute and second mark is that?
This is at 9:59, so probably 9:40. Let's listen, 9:40.
With someone, or at least thinking I was friends with someone that wouldn't be shady with me. But Tommy, I mean, come on, man. Come on, like you're putting me in an impossible position right now.
I got to it.
I really should have waited the extra 10 minutes. Dean can act it out because I really should have waited the extra 10 minutes and downloaded the video. So I could
Breaking news!
you guys.
SmashJT just uploaded another video.
Oh Christ! Now we got. Oh God! Oh crap! Now we gotta look at it. What is the title?
It's in the hot tub. It's
What
in
does
the hot
it say?
tub.
Oh.
It says the cult losing their minds.
Oh
just
geez.
did. Oh, no.
I can't stay up here all night. Oh, I've already been up for 40 minutes. JT, you're killing us. We'll leave that one for Darius maybe tomorrow.
I don't know. I
Get up in
think
the
you should
morning and
jump
do
right to
Super
that other
Bowl.
one. We know what this one's all about. I think you
Oh
should
my-
jump right to that.
Hey, you might want to check out that one.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He's in the hot tub. Oh
But I still don't even have it downloaded.
Oh my god.
About this, I'm like, this kills me to make this kind of video because it's basically like just tearing up a friendship.
Not
that I thought we
really.
had.
A one-sided friendship.
But I feel like the kind of decisions that were made were so bad. Like, you have to question the legitimacy of what they were doing. And if they were just not right, or if there were more nefarious thoughts at hand here.
It sounds. JT said he just had gotten off a phone call with his brother. It sounds like his brother schooled him a little bit, maybe. He said, "Are you thinking about what you're doing, man? This don't sound right." Yeah, I don't know. That's just speculation. He's saying words we just never heard him say before, and he's looking at the camera like we're fucking crazy for not knowing it.
And I guess I'll leave it at that. I don't know if I'm even going to publish this video.
Oh, I did. Don't worry. Don't worry, man. You can't delete it now.
But I kind of have to. It's just insane. It is insane.
Fuck. He's just staring at his computer screen, grabbing his forehead, touching his face.
The Start Engine campaign has gained about $1,000 since yesterday. So it's at $54,879 right now on 49 investors.
Scraps, man. It's scraps. He's shaking his head. No, it's scraps, man. It's, they need $8 million, and they're talking, what the fuck? $500, $1,000. It's just shit, man. Who's even doing that?
I mean, what the hell? What the hell? I know. Here's the thing, too, that's killing me. Why don't they give more information right now? Why are they kicking the can down the road to say, we'll have more information for you at the end of the month?
Touching his mouth, just...
Shouldn't this... It's not like Phil just took over CEO the day they announced it. Like, Phil was CEO for, like, months when it finally actually came out.
Right. Don't forget that we heard about this months after it happened. Tommy was making videos, and they were doing the deep dives and all that shit. He wasn't the CEO at that point. It had already been decided. So when people say, oh, is it because Tommy didn't file the $800 tax or this or that? We don't know, but apparently they say it happened months ago. And people within the cult have known it for months. So they've had time to know that Phil Adam was there and maybe know more about it. I don't believe on Retro Bros stream or DJC stream they've ever mentioned the $8 million. I don't think they've ever brought up the Phil Adam being a part of Coleco. But, I mean, it would be interesting... Because usually they do admit stuff, but they put a spin on it. Like, they go like, oh, yeah, he worked for Coleco, but he never went down there. He just, he just called him on the phone once. And they just have, like, a reasoning about it that Tommy told them. But with Tommy not playing in the picture much lately, they just maybe don't have excuses to come out. Or they're just not convinced themselves. I'm not sure.
Oh, guys, listen. When a company goes dark, that usually means they got something to show, right?
Yeah. Just like the Intellivision Zero. Tommy Zero took it some time off just because he's got so much going on.
Yeah, exactly. They're working on that back end.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just saying they're working on the back end,
Yeah, the back end. And they need money for it. Now, don't forget all this shit. They're still saying they need money for it. If you guys have been listening to Tony TGD or Darius or Leo DS or any of these big channels, you know that Intellivision is just looking for so much money, but they need this money to finish things. And they told JT and other investors that this shit was ready to go. He's like said, we've got the rocket on the launch pad. We just needed to get it going. Like, they told me this shit is ready, man. $400 for the console and the pack-in games. Oh, I don't know. I heard that too. There's rumors. Some people say it'll be different prices. And then Phil Adams tried to say it'll come out at one price and the price will go up, which is like absurd, but
lock in your pre-orders now.
Yeah, it's like a lock in your pre-orders. This might be like they might be spreading the $400 thing to get you to buy one for $250 right now. Like that might be some horseshit they made up. Like it's getting like weird.
In the position right now, he's been there for a while. So why is it like, okay, now he's CEO, give us a few weeks to organize things and figure out where we're at, and we'll give you guys a date. This should have already been figured out. How did we get to this point? Today, we are February 12th, 2022. A fourth crowdfunding campaign has started. We're now 4 days into it, I think. Something like that. With no console, no launch date, no manufacturing date, no information.
Well, we tried to tell you that shit, that they kept canceling them, and they were just phony. They were like phony launch dates and phony information. We were trying to tell you, like, that doesn't make sense, dude. They can't launch that day because there's Chinese New Year, so that ain't gonna happen. Don't you know how it works in China? Or we said it's this or it's that, or people who were the informants to Tony TGD is what he says, or he claims that, or he reports that his informants that worked there told him that they were out of money. And now we're seeing that that is true. They are out of money. We saw that when Tommy was using videos from 2019 on a 2021 presentation, I think, and it was himself. And we said, Tommy looks younger. Look at that. Oh, it's old video footage. Why do they have old fucking video footage? Like, oh, they're out of fucking money. Like, oh, there's going to be another round of crowd investing. And he's telling people it's ready to go. It's ready to go. And there's a time when they're not asking for money. These things close. And during that time, Tommy is just talking about how ready everything is and how, like, pumped everyone needs to get for it.
But a promise that information will be coming soon. And the more I'm looking into this, the more I'm like, that sounds really sketchy. So, I don't know. I don't even know. I'm just... For so long, I was defending this thing.
He's grabbing his head. And it's like Hitcher Sanderson says, this of everything? Like, you're so... Like you're so concerned with this weird little video game hiccup and with all the other shit that has been writing on the wall.
It's such a weird thing that this is what made everything crash. I mean, maybe it's just what made it click in his brain or something. But to me, I'm like, nah, I'm still holding strong, you know?
Because he was heavily involved. It's one of those things where it's like the more you're into it and the less you're into it, you'll be convinced. But if you're right around just in the middle, like if you go in there and you meet them and shit and you start playing it and shit, you'll get convinced. And if you've never heard of it and you don't really know that much about Nintendo and shit, you might get convinced. But if you if you're right there in the middle and you kind of know what the fuck Nintendo is and you haven't actually touched the Amico or met Tommy, you're like, what the fuck is this thing? And so he may have just been guilty of getting too close to the picture. He just couldn't see what the thing was because he's just like inside it, you know? Good. Extra, you have a slight echo. Oh, don't worry about it. We don't care. This is a punk rock stream. We don't care about the audio technical.
The echo's part of the show, Raya.
Yeah, it's all part of it. It's the effect here.
Because I wanted it to be what I played. I wanted people to experience what I experienced. And I'm still holding on to it was really fun. But it's not going to be fun if it costs people $350 or $400 for it. It's not going to be worth it. If it even comes out. I'm so, like, beyond flabbergasted, blown away from the information that's been coming out after researching, going through the paperwork, and then finding out that Phil Adam was VP of Business Development for the Coleco Chameleon. Where I have to say enough's enough. What the hell? Like, what the hell? This isn't...
Hands in the air, man. Just fucking losing it.
Insanity.
Yeah.
It's insanity to me.
It's the straw that breaks the camel's back, I guess.
Because it's on brand for what people have been saying about this company for a very long time that I've been ignoring because I've been blinded.
So he's saying we're right. He didn't say we're right, but he's saying we're right. Now listen clearly. Listen, he says it.
Probably not saying it to a lot of people out there. Probably makes sense because it's on brand for what people have been saying about this company for a very long time that I've been ignoring because I've been blinded. Because I played it and I had fun with it. But now, waiting on Phil Adam to give us a date with some more information.
Hurry up, Phil.
By the way, let me clarify.
Go ahead, Dean.
Oh man, I was just saying because he's waiting on Phil Adam to give information and stuff.
Yeah, like why, Phil? Why the fuck you think Phil's gonna tell you?
Check this out though. I've just been thinking about this. Okay, you know who Phil Adam is, JT. Like you knew who this guy was, everything. When did that little stream kick off where Phil Adam kind of shot at JT talking about that's a question you need to ask Tommy. JT has been sitting on that for a whole week, just tossing and turning in the bed. This is nothing but a personal attack to Phil Adam. And, you know, just to get clicks and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
He knows who Phil Adam is. This isn't new to him.
Yeah. Come on, man. He's just mad. Personal vendetta. He's doing some hate journalism against Phil Adam out here. You know, it's one of those things. He's almost done. He's got 2 more minutes. Maybe we'll watch his other video. I don't know. We'll have to look.
In my previous video, I said in Mike Mullis's live stream, Next Level Gaming, on the podcast, that Phil Adam announced that he was taking a week off for his birthday.
Everyone's different. Maybe you own your own business. Maybe you're a CEO. But do you guys... Maybe you don't even work. Maybe you're just independently wealthy or you have something going on. But do you guys, anyone take an entire week off for their birthday? And is that regular for you guys? No, I usually don't.
But
my birthday is just another day.
Yeah. Try to make it fun for your kid, maybe do a cake or something. Yeah.
If I'm taking off a week, ain't no way I'm talking to work. If they need me for something, it's too bad. It's too bad.
Yeah.
They might need me for something, but no, sorry.
I might take a week, but
yeah.
That would be more like my vacation. Maybe his vacation just coincided with his birthday, but you know, we all take a vacation, but And it was kind of a fucked up week, you know. It's kind of like this is kind of as the shit is hitting the fan, and on top of that, maybe he should have postponed it as Tommy's father is sick. We're hearing, which is can't be fun for anybody. I mean, you got to feel bad for Tommy in those instances. So it would have been important for Phil Adam, who's just celebrating his birthday and apparently doesn't have personal problems going on too.
Maybe becoming CEO was his birthday present.
In all fairness to Phil,
it happened months ago.
When he was VP at Coleco Chameleon, they gave him 2 weeks off for his birthday.
He couldn't have done much. He couldn't have done. I guess now I don't know. I don't know business, and I'm not the most classically intelligent person. But I would say I didn't know. I believe what Phil Adam did for Coleco was like branding rights. Like he was the one going out and being like, "We got Data East," which may have been what he was doing in television. I don't know. Hey, Rhea, and Rhea, we just want to remind everybody this is just a comedy and speculation podcast, so it's great to talk to you. But everything we say is just for fun.
It's my lucky day. Ray is here.
Good to see you, Rhea.
Yeah, so we meet again.
And you have any thoughts on JT? Is it good that he's doing this? Is it just, you know, are we going to see more people turning against them now that we know that they are definitely connected to Coleco Chameleon?
Oh, I don't want to super speculate on that. Sorry,
That's fine.
I'm distracted by the echo.
Oh, okay, is it my echo? I have echo turned off, so let me adjust mine.
Everybody has echo except for you, Tommy.
Oh, really? Well, that's all your guys' audio going through mine, so I got to fix my thing then. So I got to figure out how to do it.
Ray is still holding out for her Galaxy Purple Amico, and I hope she
Yeah, I'm super supportive and optimistic. So that's me.
Huh? Let me see something.
I think you still might get it, Ray. I think they're going to find a way to get.
Yeah, Green Bay gear on.
I think so too.
But yeah, no, I wanted to hop on because like Amico's super chill and like I am like, you know, friends are cordial with a lot of the pro Amico people. But I also want to be transparent, like hey, I'm cool with like, you know, most folks on either side. So
yeah, we like you. I like you, Ray. I think you're cool.
You're fucking awesome. Yeah, you're super talented. I'm
just a regular guy, but when you play music, sometimes people give you a little bit too much credit, especially with the women. So not to be sexist, but sometimes people are just like, "You're fucking great." And I'm like, all I've been doing was the same thing Darius was doing, except I played musical notes. But okay, like, I guess I haven't been as mean as him, but that was where my inspiration came from. Guys like him, guys that were super frustrated and angry that they hated, and then I turned those into songs and quick poems, and people kind of look at me like, oh yeah, you're really, you know, you're really clever. It's like, it's a parlor trick. Like imagine if Darius was tap dancing and he said less words. It's all I did, you know.
Somebody in the chat said, "Where's Darius?" I think he went on an Esco run. He's delivering Esco to those truckers.
Darius goes to sleep early. He wanted to come on my chat. He said before because he's chill and he's been cool. He's starting to be cool with Tony. He's been more chill and he's down to come. I respect everybody's opinion. I try to just be chill with everyone. So I know I get in fights with people. So I try to facilitate that not happening at this point. But we'll listen to the end of JT's first video just for everyone.
1 second, real quick. Pause it for a second.
Go ahead.
So on Smash's new video, Saggy made a comment. She says, "Nah, you were written off because you lied, Jeff. You know everything Intellivision was doing and decided now to go rogue. You tried it, though. Enjoy your haters' clout."
Fuck, Saggy said that?
Yeah. Right.
No, that's a comment or is that like on the chat?
That's a comment in the
comment.
Wow.
Wow.
Saggy, that's a bullshit move.
Lucky, can you read it one more time for me? I just want to hear it again.
So she says, "Nah, you were written off because you lied, Jeff. You knew everything Intellivision was doing and decided now to go rogue. You tried it. Now enjoy your haters' clout." And he replied to her and he said, "When you devolved to calling people names to win an argument, you already lost. I wish you well." So they're done. Ooh. And I got to say, Saggy, that's a bullshit move to go after him for calling out Tommy for making Phil CEO because you got to admit, Saggy, that dude was with the Coleco Chameleon company. And if you can't acknowledge that is fishy, there's something wrong with you, Saggy.
Wow. I hope Potion Sword Run's paying attention to that. That's it, right?
That's going to be on Fanboy Wars. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fanboy wars potion right there. That's some fanboy war shit right there. Did any of the echo go away, Ram?
Oh, it did. Thank you.
Oh, right on, right on. It's just what happens is I don't know if people are gonna jump on, so then I get the guitar ready and it won't. The guitar sounds wrong with the echo cancellation. It like turns it off. Here we go. My man, pot sword. So we got a couple more
video
minutes.
anytime?
That I must have missed them clarifying that in the live stream. So I apologize if it was a joke that I missed. I watched the whole live stream. I didn't hear them retract what they said or joke about it, but I must have missed that if that's the case. Again, taking their word for it, which is the common trend. And this is a very valuable lesson that I think not just me, but I think everybody can take from this, is you can take someone's word for something, but that only takes you so far. And then you start walking off a plank and you're all alone because you trust, you believe. You say, yeah, you know what's going on because you're at the company. It's everyone else out there that's crazy because they don't know. They're not there every day.
Okay, so Saggy, I don't think JT's that good of a fucking actor. I mean he made you get a fucking Oscar and they can he's in Southern California. He can go be in the movies if he can act this fucking upset about shit. Because this dude is freaked the fuck out, like grabbing his head, saying he called his brother and shit. This isn't like a clout video. Clout videos that JT has made in the past are smarmy as fuck, okay? Smarmy as fuck, and he's walking in the hills or he's in his hot tub and he's like, you know, it's like this, I don't know, or it would be more apologetic, I believe. Again, this is a speculation podcast, but I think he would just, you know, I don't think he knew. He seems like he's just like, holy shit, I can't believe that's the case.
And you are. And I'm friends with you. So you're going to be real with me. Unless shit starts going wrong and you're screwed and you don't have an out, you're not going to just hit someone up that makes YouTube videos and be like, oh, hey, Jeff, so the Intellivision thing is falling apart at the seams here, and we're pretty screwed. So, yeah, go make a video and pile on us.
Shit, yeah, I mean that's where JT starts to take it into his personal nature, but I don't know, maybe he's taking it a little personally there.
That's not going to happen. So it took me long enough to come to this point, but I'm there. And what put me over the top is Phil Adam, CEO, former VP at the Coleco Chameleon. That is unforgivable. I just, it's so bad. Like, that's the kind of stuff that people should be in jail for. Not move to a CEO position in another company. Like, I'm sorry. It's insanity to me. That's insanity.
That was it. That's it. So you just take a deep breath out. So they should be in jail for. Well, is he saying that Mike Kennedy should be in jail for Coleco Chameleon? Is that how we take it? Because I don't know.
Maybe that's what it sounded like.
I don't know about that.
He was saying that they took the money and run. You know, and
it's someone else is here, man.
Yeah.
For folks like more educated on the Coleco timeline, could you give me like a brief overview, if possible?
What do you mean of what happened? So starting with Amico, what started?
I don't know if that's
okay, so you got the first thing that happened was they had I believe, and I'm a terrible Amico historian, so this is like drunk history.
Oh no, sorry.
I think she's asking about the Coleco Chameleon.
Oh, Coleco Chameleon again.
Yeah, that was
okay. So Mike Kennedy was a podcaster. He was on a game show called a podcast called the Retro Gaming Roundup. It was ahead of its time because they would do like 5-hour streams about retro gaming. They were older, like Atari guys. One from England, and I think one from Canada, one from USA. I can't remember. Maybe 2 from USA. 2 guys named Mike. Okay. He ran a site called Game Gavel. It's a site he started for $800, and it was like eBay, but it was just for games and just for gamers, and it was auction-based website, and I think it did well enough, and it had like its own following and it had message boards and stuff. Then he wanted to make the system called the Retro VGS, okay? And it was like the Retro Gaming Roundup kind of like system, right? And this may be all wrong. I'm not gonna. This is a drunk history version, okay? Stoned history, but he went ahead and I think the first thing he got was the shell for the Atari Jaguar, and he got the molds for the shell.
He was
And,
proud of that shit too, man. He made a big video walking in there getting those shells. I remember that. It was great.
Yeah.
And anyone can jump in if they know this story better than me.
Oh, I know the story, but you go on and tell it.
If you know better than me. And then so he was like sort of touting that this having this shell was like half the battle, like he was halfway done. And people were starting to meme on that because like Atari Jaguar shells were used in dental equipment, and like those molds have been kind of around a little bit. Like it's weird. Like there's these weird dental things that had that shell. Also, okay, this is where it starts to get blurry for me, but I believe he said it was going to be FPGA, and he quoted a price that people were like, that's way too cheap for like FPGA, because this was like a few years back. And he also said it was going to be cartridge based, and they were going to have unique cartridges, and there would be absolutely, so people kind of made fun of it because he was like absolutely no DLC and absolutely no patches. There's no patches allowed. And people were like, oh, what the fuck? How are you going to make sure all the games are right? Because there's always bugs. Like even in the 90s, some of the best games have like huge bugs and shit is screwed up on them. And he'd be like, well, we'll just make sure the games are programmed right so there aren't any before they ship. And they'd be like, well, dude, that's like, yeah, it'd be like, that's like a Herculean task for like anyone. Like even Konami at their height would like throw out shit where there would be fucking weird bugs and stuff. Like,
well, that's how cartridge systems were back in the day, man. They made the game and you got what you got. There's no
exactly.
Updates.
So people were saying, like, maybe you could do a cartridge-based system that could get updates, like a DS or something, or something that's kind of flash-based or something like that. Or the people were kind of already memeing on it. Okay, the next thing that happened was this is where it starts to get unclear for me, and anyone else can take over. But he just kept saying, like, he knows a guy who knows a guy that's going to get this FPGA thing made. And it was this guy, like, the mysterious Mr. Lee. He just kept being like, Mr. Lee's going to do it. Mr. Lee's going to get this thing in order. Okay, then there's mixed up shit in the middle. But I believe he showed a board online. And people said that board is from a capture card. I think that happened first before the SNES thing. It might have been after. But one thing he did was he showed a board inside the shell. And people who are, Reddit detectives, people who are probably some of the same people that are in the Amico, like Goose and shit, found that board. It was a capture card board, I think, or some kind of video editing board that just happened to like snugly fit into the case. And they're like, look, here's the board. Here's where you can order the board and shit. And they're like, that's fucked up. Okay, this was either before or after. I think after the next thing. And I might be missing parts. After the last thing, if that wasn't the last thing, I think the last thing was when they went to, there's a game show. I think it's like New York Toy Show. Something
New York Toy Show. Yep.
Okay, yeah, the New York Toy Show. Okay, and they brought the Coleco Chameleon, and they were kind of weird about it. Somebody took pictures of the thing, okay, and see, I don't know how much money they invested. I don't know what was going on. Okay, but people were just looking at the thing, it's time invested. So people took a bunch of pictures of it, and they put the pictures online, and people looked at it, and they said, okay, now look at that. That's like what do they call it? It's is it a coaxial cable? No, it's not a coaxial cable. The yellow one. It's like the one where it throws all the colors together, and it's
composite.
Kind of composite. You got it. Composite, right? It's a composite cable.
Hey, the yellow wire is fire.
Right. So it's a composite cable and it's like a stereo out. And then they like looked up and they looked to the other end like, holy shit, look at the other end. That's an SNES. That's like a Nintendo. Like it's the one that they use in a bunch of Nintendo systems, the proprietary connector. And they were like, look at it more. They're like, holy shit, that's probably an SNES Mini. And then people like, everyone looked at it and took them like, they took apart like an SNES Mini, like the second iteration of the SNES, not the one that's like what you buy now. It's like the one from the 90s that was like the smaller one. Okay. Now this is where it's weird because like they took apart. So the way they were able to get away with this was the Coleco Chameleon was going to take cartridges. They were proprietary cartridges, but some of the games that would be on those cartridges would be like Super Nintendo games, just straight up. Like this is just a straight up port of the Super Nintendo game that didn't get released, or is getting re-released, or has some alterations or whatever. So it's like that's why it would be FPGA would have been good because it can emulate different systems. So it's like this dude's dream system, like kind of like Tallarico, and he's saying, well, this you see right here, this cartridge has been dismantled, so it's just like the ROM board, and I believe it's going into this Coleco Chameleon that's in an Atari Jaguar shell, and you're seeing the game, but we're using SNES controllers because I don't know, the other controllers aren't ready or some blah blah blah. Like these are SNES controllers because this game, some reasoning, and so people will just freak out and they're like, "That's a Super Nintendo, like you can't do that. That's illegal." Now, what I don't remember because I wasn't as into it was because it just didn't last as long, and because it was pre-COVID, and I wasn't a dad. I didn't have all these things going on back then. What I wasn't sure is how much money did Mike take and like how far did he take it? Because a lot of people have said Amico's actually worse than Chameleon because of all the money that was taken, all the stringing along that went. So Mike Kennedy kind of gave up quickly. He put up the white flag, and I'm not even sure how much investments he got. I know that some people were working on games for it, but I'm not sure.
Well, I know on one crowdfunding site he got 1.5 mil, so that's a lot. For that system.
Sounds like a lot. Okay, yeah, and that just went up into smoke. Or I think people. Now I'm remembering. I think people said it went to Mr. Lee. Like basically, he got scammed by the guy who said he was the programmer, which almost kind of sounds like Tommy's situation in China getting screwed by these Chinese manufacturer that's holding out a $1.something million from Tommy right now. So
did anybody ever find out who Mr. Lee was?
I don't remember. And there's a book about it if you guys really want to know, because the guys who were on the podcast with Mike Kennedy know the whole story. And they were in there and they were warning him. And I think that they wrote a book about it called Smoke and Mirrors by another guy named Mike. So you got to look it up if you want to see the Coleco Chameleon story. It's in a book called Smoke and Mirrors. But yeah, Chameleon IGG was fixed funding. Yeah. So there's different details. I can't, not a good historian, but that's.
Did you all ever follow Gamester 81 during that time?
Yes, Gamester 81. His company CollectorVision Games. I'm not sure what's still called it. Yeah, they were working on games like the Sydney Hunter game for that system.
Tiny Knight. I still want to play Tiny Knight. What the hell happened to that game? That was going to be the packing game, Tiny Knight.
Yeah, so I remember that.
Developed. I don't think Gamester and his company took money for it. Maybe they did, but he seemed like be pretty clean, and he opened up and he kind of quickly said like, I'm not part of this. Like, don't pull me into this. I'm not.
Yeah, he got a lot of hate for that though.
Yeah,
Tiny Knight looked cool. It looked fun, and I was like, yeah, man, I want to play that.
Yeah. I got the Sydney Hunter game. It's pretty good. I got the one on Switch. It's pretty good. It has some weird difficulty spikes. Like I just get stuck on certain bosses, and it's like, but it's not a bad made game. It's a well made game.
Leo is here in the chat.
Oh, Leo. So, yeah, I think I'm only limited to 6 people.
I can dip.
No, it's all cool. I don't think anyone else really needs to come, but. Whatever. I like Ray. You've never been here. We never really talked. Like I don't think I've ever.
If Leo wants to come on. I can duck out as long as Leo is willing to shill for the 0, because we have to have at least one 0 shill on this panel.
Yeah. Well, anyone. I mean, I don't know. Do we want to watch? Here's a question I want to say. Do we want to watch SmashJT's other video? Do we want to chat?
Yeah, I do. That's what I came in for.
Okay. Does anyone have a better way to watch it? Because else I gotta just listen on my phone. Unless one of you has like a way they can pull it up on their screen and they're cool to do that.
There's a share option right here.
I was thinking, Rhea, because you look. I think you're the techie one. You seem to have a lot of computer stuff. I watch the stream.
I pretend to know what I'm doing.
Yeah, so Rhea's not making a statement by playing this or anything.
Fake it until you make it.
Thank you for that disclaimer.
Yeah,
I was just thinking that.
Rhea's not saying that she's dissing on SmashJT because she's playing this or participating or anything like that. She's just the techie one. I'm asking her to play it. So go ahead if you could. That'd be great.
Quick shout out to Mike Garcia, Potion Sword Run. Leo DS, I hope you're having a lucky day.
It's one from like 34 minutes ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We,
the one
none
he
of us
just
have
came
seen it.
Okay.
We've been on.
Y'all got it? Or y'all see it?
Yeah, thanks. I got it. Oh,
there it
yeah,
is.
awesome. Thank you, Rhea.
For sure.
From the
Alrighty.
hot tub.
If y'all want me to like pause at any time, just let me know.
Oh, it's all good. Whatever
Yeah.
you feel like.
Okay, let
You're
me
in
just...
charge now, Rhea.
Yeah, you're in charge. I mean, you're not in charge, not politically, but you know how to run streams too.
Clarify.
Rev's like,
a
oh
couple
shit,
of
what did I
things
get myself
from
into?
The last video.
Can y'all hear it?
Holy
Bring it up a
crap,
little bit.
Was there
Okay.
a lot of fallout from that on both sides?
Great.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say I'm surprised because I was kind of expecting that going into it. Because it's kind of a big deal for one of the biggest Amico supporters that's invested in the company to take a giant step back from it and disassociate with it. But here's why. Again, I just want results. Stop talking. Stop telling people that you need to talk to people about, oh, if you just talk to this person, if you just ask them the questions specifically, you'd have your answers. You wouldn't need to make those videos. I had Phil Adam reach out to me directly if I wanted to contact him for specific answers. And to be honest, I'm sorry, Phil. I don't. Like, use me as motivation, man. Tommy, you too. John, I love you, man. You know that.
All right, we'll take his
Oh,
chance
fucking
off for a
great
second. What do you guys think? I mean,
Wonderful
he's
things.
chilling now. He's back to chilling and chilling in the hot tub.
Let's
for
work.
sure.
I'm kind of surprised he was like, Tommy, you too. I'm like,
Yeah. Turn
he's
his
coming
back.
with it. Whew.
I don't know. This is a little bit more of what I thought the first video would be like if he was going for the views. Maybe he got a lot of people say, thumbs up, dude, and he's just like stoked on it. I don't know, but
Sorry for the ad break.
oh yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
He's got to get his
Use
money.
this as motivation because talk is cheap. And telling people that you're gonna get something done and telling people that you're working on it is not having the console completed and shipped out and in someone's hand at an affordable price. That is the challenge that is facing you right now. Focus on that. Don't focus on YouTube drama. Don't focus on
Bro,
live
come
streams
on.
from people
Hold
that
up, hold up,
disagree
Rhea.
with my
Hold up.
disposition.
Don't focus on
Focus.
YouTube drama. That's what Pat and Ian were telling you, man. Don't focus on YouTube drama. That's what everyone was telling Tommy. And he stopped that a long fucking time ago. He really did. They haven't really been focused on YouTube drama. Is that what he's saying? That he wants Tommy and Phil Adam to stop focusing on YouTube drama, or did I misunderstand him?
They need
I
to
heard
focus
the same
on
guy.
the
I think
YouTube
he's had
drama
a few
more.
glasses of wine at this point. He's not making complete sense, but we know what he's getting at.
And the herb is legal. He's in California where the weed is legal. You
Yeah,
never
look,
know.
look at his eyes. They're all glazed anyway.
Yeah.
Look at him.
It may just be the effect
Will be
of being in
deleted
the hot
by
tub. You know,
morning
hot tub are relaxing. You'd be chilling in a hot tub. You know?
I think it's a combination.
So now he's
Big
hating and
respect to
chilling.
SmashJT, right? Shout out to SmashJT. Big respect for him having the balls to come out and tell it like it is at this point.
Yeah,
Exactly. I said that in his comment section too.
All right, go ahead. This video isn't as long. This is good.
On getting this done. That is all that matters. I don't care about what you
Well, they
have
don't
to
have the
say to
money.
me. I don't care. And it's funny because this is exactly what Pat and Ian were saying when Tommy was inviting them up there.
Like 2 fucking years
3
ago.
years ago.
Yeah.
They were saying, we don't need to go up there and play it. We want you to make some product, show us results, and we'll evaluate it at that point. And again,
hold on.
of
Sorry,
now,
Ray, can you pause it again?
they're right.
Oh.
So yeah, he's saying they're right. And it's just it's I don't know. Just him knowing about the Coleco Chameleon thing is what made him understand that this is now the time to say that this is all happening. Okay, I guess I could see why Savvy's a little suspicious. Like, go ahead and play it. Thanks.
Product. And for all we know, there may never be a product. So stop worrying about the back and forths on YouTube. Stop worrying about the drama. Focus on the console. Focus on getting this thing out. And that'll shut everyone up. And I'll eat my words that I made in that video. I'll say, man, I was wrong.
You know, yeah, Smash was really he was never quite full Amico light. Like, he didn't go to Retro Bros house and go to the pizza, the one with Harry's Pizza and Crayola and stuff. That's a different crew. Like, that's the Boston sort of that crew. And SmashJT's always been out in California where there's more haters, I think. And well, of course, Intellivision itself is out here, so he was able to go to that. He's just sort of this guy on the side, like Ant-Man, that's just kind of over here on the West Coast. But
but he's the one that's invested the most money out of the people on YouTube, right?
That we know of. They don't have to legally tell us really if they've invested or not. So that we know of, yeah, it's him.
About Phil, I totally was just, I was caught up in all what the detractors were saying. I was caught up in it, and I fell for them. But man, the Amico showed through, and they powered through, and they were able to do this. And I'm sorry, but that hasn't happened. Like, that's why I made the video. So use it as motivation. Again, not trying to be a dick. I'm really not. I'm really pulling for you guys. I am. And I'm sorry already if I've hurt your feelings or ruined the morale or anything. But like a lot of people are saying, like, it's like a pro football player. Like, don't listen to the radio. Go play the game. Go play the game.
Hold on.
Actions speak louder.
Hold on for a second. Pause it. I'm stoned right now, but that red light on his face, it looks like he's in fucking hell. Like, he's just, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Let me out now. Sorry, not trying to make fun of you. It's good that he's coming out and saying this.
What sports radio's talking trash about you? Like, prove it on the field, and people will believe. And I'll leave it at that. I had to follow up because I feel like there's a lot of misunderstanding. There's a lot of really frustrated people. There's an incredible amount of people that I considered friends that respected my opinions that dropped me like a bad habit before they even finished watching the video.
Hello, I'm Matthew Inman, also known
so
that's
fine. Do you like how they keep mentioning friends? Like, they're all friends? Like, what's a real friend?
Right. I mean,
I don't understand that.
It's online friends, I guess.
Someone that pays attention to him, D. Reed. That's
it's like somebody who has a lot of views. I don't know.
Oh, okay. That's the 2022 friendship then.
Yeah, there's all these online friends. But I don't know. Maybe there's real friends that are like, dude, I can't watch your fucking channel anymore. This shit's crazy.
There's neighbors like, man, dude, they're getting the newspaper. Like, nah, man, I used to watch your channel, but
he seems like the dude that shows everyone his channel. He wore his shirt on the news.
Oh,
I think, right? Like, he was on the news.
No, he does.
SmashJT shirt.
I mean, just look at that still shot, that punchable face, don't you?
But I'm happy he's on our side. And when Darius Truxton is saying, "I'm starting to feel sorry for him," that's a lot, man. That means you really turned around. You really turned his shit around. Like, this is like when you watch WWF or something, and somebody's like, "No, I'm on the other. I'm completely fucking heel turned, man. It's over, Tommy."
Oh yeah.
This is promo.
Yes, you weren't my friend like I thought you were, but that's fine. Like, I get it. And I'm sure that's the same way Tommy feels after watching the video. I guess I'm not the friend he thought I was. But
no.
I'm at my wit's end. I've reached the end of the road. I'm not going any further now. I've carried the free marketing on my channel for this as long as I'm going to take it.
Well, you paid.
And after 2.5, 3+ years, if you're counting the initial reveal of this thing, I think that's more than enough, even if you include the worldwide pandemic and all that other stuff. I think I've given this far more credit than any rational human being would give it before actually seeing it release.
I mean, yeah, dude, like,
and if you're saying my video hurts your crowdfunding campaign,
hold on, you pause it for a second,
your image publicly.
All right, listen, guys. This company has been talking out of both sides of their mouth the entire time, and it hasn't been hard for me to see it because they've been saying these games are so simple, these games are so easy and simple, but then it's like, oh, but they're gonna take like 3 years to make. It's like, well, okay, those two things don't work together. Another thing is they've been saying, like, we are the video game Avengers. We got the guy from Xbox. We got the lady from Nintendo. Like, I got all the experience. We got all these people from Earthworm Jim and Dave Perry, and I'm Tommy Tallarico. I got the world record. And then on the other side of their mouth, they'll say, we're just a small company. We're just a startup. Like, how can you expect us to compete with the big boys? Like, how can you expect us to compete with the big three? We're just a little startup. Like, how? But then they'll be like, no, I worked with Miyamoto. Like, I worked on Nintendo, on Aladdin and Disney. Like, it's you go back and forth between these things are very obvious, and I think most of us have seen it at least.
Yeah, $30 million, and you can't even get out one console.
Yeah, like, I could understand if the games were like intense as fuck, but like, they're really simple games. They should be done and out. It makes no fucking sense. And then the system is like something that's existed for years. Like,
at what point are they going to admit that dumbass touchscreen was a stupid decision?
Yeah.
What are you, a 5-year-old? I'm going to put the touchscreen on my controller.
I bet you everybody within a television thinks it's a dumb idea, but they were too scared to tell Tommy it was a bad idea. That's what I think.
It's no worse an idea than having a fucking number pad on there. And so then, like,
buttons? We don't need no face buttons for a video game controller.
I mean,
you guys crazy?
Having 9 fucking face buttons or whatever it is, 11 face buttons in like a rectangle on the front of the controller isn't that fucking useful either.
I'll take that old school controller over this Amico controller any day. You got 16 buttons on that old school controller.
I mean, they're fucking probably pretty damn similar, but yeah.
Hey, real quick, I gotta go.
Okay, it's nice seeing you, Sanderson.
Love you all.
Have a lucky day, Sanderson.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Right. Yeah.
I'm finished.
Right.
Nice
Thanks for having me on. Appreciate you all.
Oh, always, man.
Are we diving back into the video?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead? Thanks.
I'm going to drop out too for Leo.
Your chances of being
nice
successful.
You, man.
I'm sorry, but again, how long do you need before someone just says enough's enough? Come out with the product already, and let people evaluate it. Hell, even like Rich from Review Tech said, make a few units and send them out for evaluations and reviews. And don't be afraid of these corporations tearing it apart and dissecting it. If you're proud of what you made, then you got nothing to worry about. And it's a little bit concerning that hasn't happened yet.
Right.
And this is coming from...
They should have sent demo consoles out to Smash and Panda and DJC a long time ago.
And Raya. Or they, like we said, they should have had like a van. Like, okay, I went to the farmer's market today. And at the farmer's market, there's a guy who sharpens knives. And it's like, how many people can even need their knife sharpened? But he can make it as a business. He's got a big giant van, and he parks the van there, and he's got it hooked to a generator, and he has his knife sharpening gear, and it's a legitimate business, and he pays his taxes, and he's able to do it. And it's like, okay, the Insane Clown Posse, they used to get vans, and they go up to, you know, tough kid high schools, and they play their CDs for the kids and go, hey, guys, you want our demos? You want to buy some tapes? And people would do it. Why can't Intellivision show up at some fucking places and just show this thing to people out of a van and have 20 vans and with really great TVs, like OLED TVs, everything's hooked up perfectly, Alvarado's synced up everything perfectly. Like this is, they've got millions of dollars, guys. Like we should have all been able to play it. Like we live by major cities, a lot of us, you know, like we're not, you know, I can understand some people couldn't, but I see you, Leo. Go ahead and anyone else got anything to say, or we can finish up JT's video.
Didn't Tommy mention that like some months and months ago that he wanted to make have a traveling van?
Oh
or
yeah,
Tommy
made it seem like there'd be fucking rides and Taylor Swift was gonna be there signing autographs. Like Tommy made it seem like it was fucking Woodstock. I don't know, man. God damn, like
from someone who's played it, enjoyed their time with it. Enjoyed it so much that they put $10,000 into investing in it. And I am saying, put up or shut up. Send the units out. Let's do this. Rubber to the road. Get mad at me. Let me be your enemy now, I guess. But all I want to do is see this thing succeed. And all I've seen is excuses and delays and complaints and engaging with YouTube channels. Why?
Can I say something about this?
Yeah, Leo. Please. Go ahead, Leo.
Leo, I hope you're having a lucky day, Leo.
Well, I'm not. What is he talking about?
He's having an Amico day. Oh,
what is he talking about? Nothing changed. I don't take this at all. Nothing has changed. Everything he said was true a year ago when he was attacking this community.
And we told him.
And he was fine. Tommy Tallarico actually accused me because I said everybody who is defending Tommy Tallarico right now is an enemy of this community. Because I said that about a year ago. Because listen, you guys, don't forget this, please. Tommy Tallarico basically destroyed Atari Age with his shenanigans. Okay, this was an important community. Atari Age was an important part of this community, and he basically destroyed it. So many people got banned from there.
Banned off of that site.
Yeah. Like going along with that, Leo, I would say that people when RGT 82, it's like, yeah, but this is an industry and this is our community. Here's the thing: if anyone else ever wants to come along and make a new Intellivision and they want to do it on Kickstarter, they're fucked. You guys are fucked. There's not going to be another new Intellivision because they fucked it up. It's the same thing with the Coleco. Maybe, but it's a lot harder. There's a lot more hurdles to cover now. And systems in general. One of the reasons everyone was so sus about Intellivision was because of Coleco and because of all these things. And you're seeing it now. So it destroys the way people think of your community. It's like when kids learn guitar, they go, well, I don't want to be a rock star. Rock stars get fucked out of their money and it's not good and you don't want to do that. Like, that's what people are thinking about making a video game console. Like, I don't want to be a part of that. That's not good. You don't want American businesses to think, fuck, I don't want to be a part of making video game consoles. Like, that's fucked up. Like, you want there to be, with the Evercade, you want there to be Playdate. You want these things to be around for hobbyists and people that like it like us, as Steam Deck. So you want American companies to make this shit. You don't want these clowns to come screw it up. Right, go ahead. Sorry.
This to people and write them off. Like, focus on the console, man. Come on.
They have been. They're not doing interviews, JT. They're back in their den working on it. They're getting the money.
When Tommy Tallarico was doing
no way, Ninja Kitty.
When Tommy Tallarico was doing 3-hour-long interviews a week, calling people gaming racists online, was SmashJT saying anything? Because now he's pretty quiet.
And
Now
yeah,
it's
nobody from
fine.
Intellivision is doing anything but working on it pretty much. I guess they did the Phil Adam interviews with the, okay, I guess he could say Amico After Dark, Phil Adam and Alvarado went on there and stuff. I guess maybe that's what he means.
Tell me
but,
something. Tell me something. When I uploaded a video showing this guy playing skiing on Intellivision with huge lag, did he talk to Tommy about that?
Right.
Nope.
Oh, hey, Tommy,
Leo-
look here. I didn't perceive it, but there is huge lag here in this footage
on
that
with
I'm
the
playing
lag.
in.
Come on, man.
And Leo,
Saying
everyone
about
was
lag.
kind of telling him. He was getting comments about it and deleting those comments. People were telling him. And the loudest voices, Pat and Ian, the
Wait
people
a
with the most
second.
views, were telling him.
Tell me about the lag. What is about the lag?
It's
Who
not
said
about
something?
the lag, I said.
It's not about the lag. It is about the lag. You know why?
Because that's why no one's going to want it.
I know you're going to tell us.
That's why they're not showing it, guys.
No, because the lag is one of the pieces of the puzzle that we have to show that these guys are technically incompetent.
In my opinion, I think
doesn't-
Leo's right. Listen. I think that he's right. That's the reason there isn't a fucking van showing these things, because everyone would bring their phone to it and laugh at it and be all over fucking for them hella quick. Everyone would be clowning on it. That's why they're heavily protected. That's why they don't want Rhea to come to the fucking shows. That's why they don't want me to come to the fucking shows. That's why they're not showing it. Leo's right. I'm pretty sure the
Enough
games
people
are
have
fucked
played
up.
that console.
Leo is right.
Where-
I want you on my
Finnegan
shows.
Fox. You guys saw the fucking Finnegan Fox inverted controller shit. The shit is lag.
Listen,
it's not working right.
Enough
Listen to
people
me.
have played that console that we
Yeah.
know that the majority of those games are playable. I'm not saying they're good, but the majority of them are playable. Sure, there's a
Well,
few
playable-
that probably
They
have
are.
some lag that are affecting the gameplay, especially the ones that use that touchscreen, because that touchscreen definitely has lag. But from the disc,
I want to
sure
talk,
there's
please.
lag in the disc, but not enough to affect gameplay in most of those games.
Raise your
Well,
hand, Leo.
Oh, raise my hand. Sorry. Okay, so there are many things. First thing about the lag, they lied about it. Okay, they said there was no lag. Tommy Tallarico went on an interview and he told the guy he swore over his dad's sister that there was no lag that could affect gameplay whatsoever.
That's true, and they all repeated it, and they made jokes about it. They said, "There's no lag, nothing."
They said I was
none."
lying
That's
about
not
the
true.
lag. They didn't
Cyrus
say, "Oh,
said
the
there's
lag
no
is there,
lag.
but it's fine." They said I'm lying about the lag, that I'm inventing lag that's not there, and there is lag. And not only that, if you ask anyone who's a shooter player, okay, and whether they're gonna play Rigid Force Redux Enhanced on a setup with 10 frames of lag, which is what they showed on those shows, they're gonna say you're insane. You can't play a shooter like that with 10 frames of lag.
All right, hey, can you finish up the video, Rhea? Thank you.
Without getting my feelings out there and pissing people off. I saw there was a stream with a very upset woman calling me a lot of names and calling me out. I saw the chat. I saw everyone and what they were saying about me and how quick they were to write me off. Fascinating. Fascinating. Because I spoke my mind.
Fuck.
That doesn't agree with where you are.
Hypocrite.
But it's okay if you speak your mind. If people agree with your perspective.
Hypocrite.
Who cares? That's the least of your problem.
It is what it
JT.
is.
No, he was
Call me
fine
a
when it
hater now,
happened
if
to
you
me.
want. I
Yeah,
promise
he was
you
fine when Saggy shit on everyone else. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
Ray, you got
Everybody
anything to
else.
say? Good.
This happened to everybody else, and he was calling us trolls too. So now he thinks it's unfair that it happens to him. Now it's fair.
Leo,
Now
give
it's
up
fair
the
that he
grudge,
gets
man.
the same.
This is the same shit you talk about all the time. This
Yeah,
grudge
man,
that
I'm
you
out of
carry-
here. I'm out of here.
This grudge
Listen,
that
No,
you
it's all
carry
good. It's all good.
constantly.
There is
He's out
no
here.
grudge.
You
There
carry
is
this grudge
no.
and you don't give it up, man.
Listen to
He's
me.
out
There is
here.
no grudge. There is $10 million in Tommy Tallarico's pockets, and SmashJT helped that, not just with his 10,000, but pumping this thing up until they help to get $10 million back into people's pockets. I don't forgive anyone who did this, and I'm out of here. Goodbye.
All right.
Mike
See you,
drop.
All right,
buddy.
thanks, man. You can always stay. I'd like to have you. Rhea,
My
you
bad,
got
Tommy. I
anything?
didn't mean to scare him off.
No, it's all good. It's
you-
all open season here. Anyone
I
can
thought
come
you
and go.
wouldn't mind a
with
little bit of
me.
back and forth.
You know, it's all comedy here. So insult
Leo, I'm sorry. I was just
comedy.
mixing it up a little bit. Have a
Leo,
little-
Yeah, no,
Leo,
insult
made
comedy
me
is
laugh.
allowed. I'm gonna go ahead and say insult comedy is allowed on my stream. It's
No
just a
hard
part
feelings,
of comedy.
Leo.
Hopefully, we're not personally harassing or targeting anyone. I haven't heard Rhea talk in a while. You got anything to say, Rhea?
No, I think a lot of y'all know, like, I said it earlier, like, I'm generally positive about, the console itself. I have made, like, comments about, like, my personal, opinion about, like, business practices and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I've
Will you
personally
be-
felt that, like, I've had, space to, share my concerns and my opinions. So I kind of just, had that, like, past experience with like poor communication with other folks who I didn't necessarily have a good experience with, but that was like a personal thing, not so much like a pro Amico side, holistic, reflection
Sure.
of my experience. If I'm saying that, confusing,
I
I just want to
kinda
say
get what
I've
you're
had a
saying. I'm
generally great, interactions with folks on the pro side and on like, the non super supportive side.
I'm kind of baked. I kind of understand what you're saying. I'm kind of stoned, but
I'm kind of rambling. That's like my thing.
yeah,
too.
it's all good. But so I don't want to say I completely no. But you don't have to answer. You're gonna try to get your $100 back, or you're gonna just try to keep it just in case.
I mean, I'm
You're all in.
I'm all in. Yeah, I'll
Right on.
patiently wait for the retail.
Yeah.
And hope for the best. If we do see
Yeah.
a release.
Yeah, it's where just
She's
in
safe.
case.
She's
Right?
got a GameStop pre-order. Her money's safe with GameStop.
Yeah, that's what I mean by
Oh.
that's what I mean by wait for a retail, because I pre-ordered through GameStop, not
That's
very,
smart.
very smart, very smart. And I was even considering doing that, but it's interesting. That's very smart.
Good luck anybody investing in a television with their 100, they're not getting it back, guaranteed.
Yeah, it doesn't look like GameStop's gonna go under. So,
No.
So I mean, thoughts anyone has about JT specifically? I think it's good, of course, because I'm just this crazy anti-Amico or Amico critical person. But I think it's good. I think. Yeah, people, it might be a good idea, not financial advice, this is a comedy podcast, but it might be a good idea to take your $100 back from Intellivision and go ahead and put it at GameStop, because, you have a better chance of getting it back, and they're still giving those things back at Intellivision. So, Potion, you want to jump on? Anyone else want to jump on? We got room for one more, but I don't know how long we're going to go. We're just kind of chilling out.
Are there other videos that you kind of wanted to chat about as well? I can help with that.
I don't really know. I watched the RGT one, but it was kind of whatever.
Somebody said that Snaggy just posted a 2-minute video. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
You should see the thumbnail.
Okay, yeah.
Thumbnail, she is pointing at JT and calling him a rat.
Okay, yeah, cool. We can watch that, yeah.
While you're loading that, I just want to say one thing.
All right, give me a second.
SmashJT is not deleting comments on his videos. He's letting them go through. I cannot say the same thing for the Retro Bro or DJC. Them two are censoring their comments. DJC especially censors his comments heavily.
Definitely.
Even the Retro
I'm banned
Bro,
from both.
The Retro Bro is the Retro Bro's letting it most go through, but he's checking them, and if he sees one that catches him the wrong way, he's deleting it too. So I'm just saying that Smash is looking good right now compared to them other guys. Whether or not the Amico comes out, Smash is looking good in my eyes.
I'd like to say this about Smash. Smash. Don't worry about shit, man. Just think of your family and you were in a movie. Think about it, dude. You're doing okay for yourself.
Yeah. I think for what his channel is, it's all good that people are talking about him. He likes when people talk about him. Nobody's really getting crazy except for Saggy, apparently, but maybe she is kind of damaging. She's gotten a lot of followers as this has all progressed.
I know.
Let's go ahead and we can get
Alrighty.
this one. Thank you, Rhea.
No problem. Also, just another disclaimer, Saggy is my online fiance. I love her a lot. She's a wonderful person, so I also just
We're
wanna say
not.
that.
This isn't to personally diss on her. She's been cool, pretty much. She's just saggy. She's just who
Let's
she
all
is.
be nice to Saggy. Come on.
Oh
Yeah, it's all
yeah, let's all be nice.
Oh, that's beautiful. So SmashJT just came out with a video response to all of the cults being big mad at him. And so I commented that he wasn't written off because of whatever bullshit excuses he's trying to spin. He got written off because he's a liar. If you watch my last stream, yeah, I go pretty much down that well and explain why he's a liar. And told him to enjoy his haters club, and he responds, when you devolve to name calling to win an argument you've already lost. But hold on, weren't you the same motherfucker who was name calling Tipster and name calling Tony the Geek Getaway? So I guess you lost all those arguments, huh, Jeff? You are a hypocritical piece of shit. That is not me name calling, that's a fucking fact. And then his little boyfriend responds, haters clout, says the person with a YouTube channel dedicated on drama, imagine. Well, Master System friggin' loser bitch. Yeah, I've never denied that I did drama on my channel. No shit, Sherlock. No shit. However, your buddy Jeff is trying to save face here and try to act like he knows everything. And that he knows that the television go down, blah, 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 blah. Right? But that's the thing, moron. He did know everything. And he had no problem then. But he does now. Look at this little bitch. Nice try, Phil Adam. Nice try. You guys are unbelievable. I thought you guys were busy with meetings all day, making sure the product's out. Yet you seem more preoccupied about PR and flattering people to get investors on board. Where? You both are fucking fake fucks. I'm glad we're done with you. I'm glad you're done with us. Hopefully you're done with Tommy too, because Tommy doesn't need friends like you rat bastard.
Let me tell you this. I used to not like Saggy at all. I used to be one of the biggest detractors from her. But man, the shit she's been coming out recently has been cracking me up. We had a common bond through the Cobra Kai series. I like Cobra Kai, but she's something else. She will fall with the ship. She does not care. And I don't even know what to think of her anymore, to be honest with you. I just find it entertaining.
Yeah, it's I don't think anyone in Pro Amico land is happier or calmer than Rhea at this point,
no.
as far as the talking heads go. Most of these people are seeming very upset. We saw DJ C throwing a lot of shade. Go ahead.
Just a heads up, I went to go say hey to Max and Saggy over on Tony's stream. So yeah, it's a party. But yeah.
Thank God for you coming on the stream, Rhea. That's all I'm going to say.
What are you saying that they were on
Amico's the homie.
You were saying that they were on Tony's stream earlier and you talked to them?
Oh, they're right now. They're on.
Oh, they're streaming right now? Well, fuck this stream. Let's go watch.
Yeah, they said you were taking all his clout.
I was going to take off anyway. But it's been real, guys. Let's go check that out, okay?
Everyone thanks, Tommy, for having me on.
All right, peace out. Peace.